Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. March is certainly shaping up to be an incredibly lucrative month, packed with an endless flow of back-to-back profitable trading opportunities to capitalize on this short-term macro-driven volatility. The most highly anticipated FOMC meeting of 2022 and quite possibly the most important monetary policy decision in Jerome Powell's career, that took place on Wednesday, with the Federal Reserve lifting interest rates for the first time in this pandemic era. At the end of its two-day policy meeting, the Federal Open Market Committee, they increased its benchmark interest rate by 0.25 percentage point and signalled further hikes at all 6 remaining meetings this year. Looking back throughout the whole of 2022, Fed Chair Jerome Powell played down the biggest year-on-year rise in inflation seen in more than 4 decades, characterizing the record spike as transitory, which inevitably will always be remembered as the worst inflation call in the history of the Federal Reserve. There's no denying it. The Fed is now caught in a box of its own making because it didn't move quick enough on raising interest rates last year. Now it has to be seen to move aggressively, which ultimately means that stagflation is now a major risk to the economy in the second half of the year, or worse still, a recession. Historically, the Federal Reserve has never been right and has proven a track record of setting the economy up for an even bigger crisis. Traders are convinced this time it won't be any different. Only time will tell if the Fed is right or on the verge of yet another major policy error. However, one thing we do know for certain is that the US dollar and equity markets, they tend to lose altitude once the Fed begins its tightening cycle. This inversely presents huge bullish tailwinds for the entire commodity sector, from the metals to energies to soft commodities, as they are viewed as one of the most reliable hedges against risk, inflation and economic shock. Weighing on all of the fundamental factors, along with the largest war on European soil for almost 80 years and the return of the coronavirus to China, once again threatening global supply chains, amplifying massive upward momentum and adding further fuel to the supercycle, positioning commodities as one of the most lucrative asset classes of this year, if not the decade. Already within the first quarter of 2022, a total of 27 commodities, ranging from the metals to the energies to soft commodities, they have tallied up astronomical double to triple digit gains, and this is just the beginning. The previous 2 super cycles, they took place in the 1970s and the 2000s. In both cases, the commodity sector resembled the identical trend as it's displaying again right now. If history is anything to go by, then the stage is almost certainly set for commodity prices to skyrocket and reach new all-time highs in the months ahead. To quote Goldman Sachs, they have never seen the commodity markets this bullish before. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, and you still want to make 2022 your best year yet, then right now is the time to take action. 2022 is going to be a record-shattering year for commodities, and this quarter so far has just been a taster of what is yet to come. If you want to take advantage of these extraordinary markets and huge money-making potential on offer, then there's no better time than now. Trust me, these markets won't wait for you. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we head into next week. So first of all, as we discussed with you on Thursday's commodity report, we sniped into both crude oil and Brent crude oil on Wednesday, 30 minutes after the FOMC statement. Within 24 hours, we in fact caught the biggest one-day move in almost 2 years for crude oil, where it surged 9% to the upside. We had a news failure event in that oil prices, many expected the price to continue to break down after the Federal Reserve increased interest rates, but instead this was a massive opportunity to in fact buy that sell-off and buy that correction. We discussed it with you last week as well. Gold provided a similar opportunity to get back in, back towards 1,900 US dollars per ounce. In fact, gold spiked down to 1,894 US dollars per ounce on the FOMC statement. Great opportunity for you to build out a position. Then we saw the price break out 500 points to the upside, back towards 1,950 US dollars per ounce within 2 days. So again, big opportunities there to buy into the dip. So not only did we buy into Brent crude oil, we also bought into US oil as well, Both of those trades within 2 days up over 1,000 points of profit. We also locked in further profits on copper last week as well. So essentially with 2,000 points locked in last week, for every one lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $20,000 of profit. For every 10 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $200,000 of profit. So with that, let's just go over to Brent and WTI crude oil in a bit more detail here. So what we saw off the back of Wednesday's FOMC statement again was a 9% move within 24 hours. Hedge funds and money managers, their overall strongest net long position right now does still remain on the energies. We still view any corrections here, any dips to be bought back into. The beauty of the moves that we saw here were that we already banked on crude oil the previous week at $118 per barrel, which banked us over 2,700 points with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club. We then waited for the correction and we were able to sniper in again here after the FOMC statement, getting within $1 of the low and then achieving a 9% gain the following day, just within 24 hours. And within 2 days, the trades were up, each of those up 1,000 points, so 2,000 points in total. So massive, fast profits there. And again, opportunities which I do hope that you've capitalized on. This was just last week, as we've discussed with you before. The commodity super cycle at the moment, extremely lucrative, providing you with many opportunities to keep coming in the market. Make sure that when the markets go parabolic, they go exponential, you're taking some profit off the table. Then when you get natural profit taking into European Central Bank announcements or into CPI data or into FOMC statements, that gives you a great opportunity to profit take as well, and then buy back in much lower, which has essentially been the whole playbook over the last week. We've also seen great opportunities to buy back in with platinum as it broke all the way down to the swing lows that we saw tested in the middle of January. So with that, we were able to build quickly 4 positions on platinum, which all moved into profit into Friday's close. Nice 3-day impulse move to the upside. Copper has also worked out extremely well here with a 3-day rally over a 3% gain, where we've been able to buy in at the beginning of last week, getting copper at the 4.8 zone, and that has also had a slingshot move higher. There have been so many opportunities to capitalize over the last week. I hope that many of you have benefited also. If you have to bear in mind that energy prices this year, they've broken out to 14-year highs. You've seen gold prices over the last couple of weeks broke out within $5 of the all-time highs. We've seen palladium prices, they broke out to all-time highs before having a correction over the last week, which again, further opportunities to buy in lower and make sure that you're banking when the market has gone parabolic. This is also similar with silver too. Broke out just below $27 per ounce. We had the typical correction in the lead up to the European Central Bank and the lead up into the FOMC statement, and subsequently we saw a bid here at the 24.50 level, rising over $1 to the upside. So really going into next week, I would definitely keep an eye on energy prices here. So again, we are looking for higher prices back towards the recent swing highs over this cycle. That is also relevant to gold, to copper, to platinum and silver as well. As we enter a new economic climate, the importance of having an essential income generating skill like trading has become a must-have necessity. If you want to actually reach your long-term financial goals in these rapidly changing markets, then you can't just stockpile cash in a savings account, because rapidly surging inflation, that will erode your wealth and purchasing power. Instead, you need to make your money work as hard for you as you worked hard for it. With that said, there's no surprise that commodities, they have firmly positioned themselves as one of the most exciting and liquid asset classes, which continue to present savvy traders with unlimited opportunities to generate huge profits fast. Extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, these markets are a trader's paradise. Banks, hedge funds, they are making multi-billions capitalizing on the super cycle, and it's not so different for the retail market. The majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They've already made in excess of 6 and 7 figures so far this year, and we still have another 9 months left to go. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, and you still want to make 2022 your best year yet, then you still have time if you take action now. We are seeing one of the greatest wealth transfers ever in history. The time to start making money in this commodity super cycle is right now. One of the biggest obstacles that holds 95% of retail traders back from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to professional strategies and institutional level data data and market intelligence to make confident decisions with accuracy in these highly profitable markets. If you follow the wrong strategy, or worse still, if you lack access to the right data at the right time, you will end up wasting lots of time, money and effort and have no results to show for all of your hard work. If you want to thrive and not just survive in these highly macro-driven markets, then you need to adapt and utilize a professional, research-driven approach. Having access to the right data at the right time, it is the single greatest difference between ordinary and extraordinary results. Trading like every other misguided retail trader out there, using outdated technical analysis and gimmicky technical indicators will not work. As traders, we have a superior advantage to capitalize on every highly lucrative move fast, no matter if the market trades up, down, or sideways. You need to know exactly when to buy, when to sell, but also, more importantly, which asset class to focus on and when. The greater your data and intelligence, the greater your edge in navigating these fast-moving markets with superior levels of precision, confidence, and profitability. We still have another 9 months left to go of this year. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next few months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time is the most valuable commodity we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want us to help you achieve the same level of wealth and success as our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, then complete the application to learn more about our professional mentorship program. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to www.jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description, so just click on the link to make an application to join our professional mentorship program.